We're going live right now. Turn on the microphones. I jumped on live too quick before the microphones were on. So let's see what it does. Hello, hello. There we go. So hello. Hope you can see me, hear me, do all that good stuff. Can you hear me? Let me know out there if you can hear me. I will check on my phone right here. Let's see what out here is live right now. All right, we're firing up the heater here. See if we can hear it. For some reason, I don't know if it's working or not. Cannot tell. So, let me know if you hear me out there. There we go. Now I'm on my phone. Takes a minute, I haven't done it in a while. We'll see where we're at. Skip the survey. All right. Well, it's looking like we're a little low. Takes a minute, I haven't done it in a while. Looks like I gotta jack it up a little bit. Let's get a little lift kit on the. Put a little lift kit on it, see how that works. See if that works any better. That should work a little better. Got the heater going down here. Still looks like it might be a hair low. We'll get back out here like that. Yeah, it's still a hair low. All right. Didn't know I was so tall. But we will get it figured out. Please bear with us while we fix our technical difficulties. Because I can't see it while I do it. So, and I'm by myself out here in the shop. And then we'll go like that. That should fix it. I'm by myself out here in the shop. And we'll go like that. That should fix it. I'm by myself out here in the shop. All right, there's the chat going now. Looks like I got one person on here right now. Now that I flipped it upside down and around, and let's see if it's going here. Still a hair low, but I'm going to live with it because once I back up like so, it should be great. All right, if you're out there, let me know. We're going to turn this loud thing off for now because it makes lots of noise. All right, firing up the stove. So today, this evening, we're going to paint some wheels. We're going to get the shop good and warm over the next hour or so. We'll get everything all situated. All right. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you're here visiting. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know what some of this stuff's in the way. Move all that out of the way. Get some lights onto this establishment. It's dark in here. There we go. You'll see me walking around here, turning everything on, getting everything lit up, so everything looks good and works good. Oh, I can see it on the backside. That's cool. Let's see how it looks now. Definitely give it a little turn here. See how it looks now. A little height there, so it's nice and level. And there we go. I can definitely see the light in my face, so. Height there, so it's nice and level. There we go. All right, I'm gonna switch some of that up because it's putting shadows everywhere. I'll just turn it like that. Get away from all the shadows. Just turn it like that. Get away from all the shadows. All right, looking good now. We are in like Flynn. WTF Mike, what's up? What's up? It says there's definitely an echo. Maybe it's my microphone. Let's see, is the microphone good now? Let me know. I'm standing kind of close. That's why there's an echo. I got to turn it off my phone. There we go. There, that'll end the echo right there. It was getting some feedback from the phone because I have to turn the camera one way and then read it off my phone the other way. That's what's going on with that. But now it's been a while since I've done a live. So I figured I got to come out here and get this shop warmed up this evening and get some paint going on for these wheels. Get this thing cleaned up. Don't try this at home. What this does is it kicks up the heat in this pellet stove, and then I drop the bucket in there because it's a manual lighter. This thing is an old pellet stove. Works really good when you get it to temperature, then it starts cooking. But you got to heat it up. Otherwise, it takes a long time to get warm. That's kind of what we got going on there. So let's see here. There you go. Okay, cool. Thank you, WTF. Thanks, Mike. How much snow y'all get in Idaho? We didn't get much. We just got a couple dustings in the last day or so. Not enough. My bride shoveled off the back deck, but it was only about an inch out there or so, maybe at the most. Half inch, not much. And then, is that how I do it at home? Yeah, it works good. This thing works really good that way. But yeah, we just get it all nice and warm here. It starts burning the pellets underneath it. It's nice and hot. And I have that fan in the back there. I turn that on, circulate it around here. It's pretty nice here anyway. It's not really cold. It's just barely been like 30 degrees, 32 degrees. Hasn't been super cold as of yet. And what I'll do is this thing will kick on and I'll feel it blowing out here. So that's how we get it warmed up, get this thing started. And then I got a Mr. Heater down there, but it's really loud, but it'll heat this place up in a hurry. As soon as I get done with this, I'll turn that on. I let it kind of auger in the pellet so it has a good full bowl. I take my little bowl here, and in they go. Just like so. And there it went, the fan just kicked on. Now I'll light the pellets, and away it'll go. Yep, so we're lit. We're gonna start putting some heat out. There we go. All good. So now we're gonna have some heat in the shop. Give that thing about 15, 20 minutes and it'll be nice and warm in here. Let's see what we got for comments right now. What do we got here? So, let's see. -11 up here, wow. Wow, that's nice and cold, woo. Yeah, we're in the 30s here. It's definitely not, it's not super cold, that's for sure. It's the latest winter since we've lived here, you know, by far. It's just not been a real substantial winter yet. We will see, you know how that goes. Starts out slow and it'll be like gangbusters here in a minute. You know how that goes. Slow 1 minute and freaking up to your chin the next. All right, we're gonna turn on the other heater, get this party started. We'll knock the cold right out of here. And we'll be nice and warm, get the painting. Yeah, that has a little bit of noise. I'm gonna move some of this stuff around out of the way. Yeah, I got a little, I can blow a little frost in the back here, so we got that going on. So there you go. We're nice and lit, got the fan going. But a -11, that's pretty low, so. No, it doesn't seem to affect the paint. It seems to work pretty good. As long as I get it up to temperature, as long as it's engine paint. So I use, because it just seems to work so well, I use the Duplicolor. Right there, yeah, wrong one. Engine paint, I'm using white because I'm doing it on this truck here that's on the hood of it. So, man, this stuff, you know, sticks to everything. You know, the moisture is a little bit in here, but it's pretty dry. Run these pellet stoves and it dries it out pretty good. So I'll run that propane heater just to get to the temperature, you know, get it up a little bit, and I'll shut it off and I'll let these wheels sit here for a while. And then, you know, this stuff sticks to, I mean, it sticks to any kind of grease you can think of, and it lasts a long time. So it'll turn out pretty well. It's a little surprising how well it does last. And then get the air moving in here. So I'll let that heater go for 15, 20 minutes. That's kind of weird. Huh. They must have the brake off one time, because I just noticed right here on the truck, on the brake line, there's like a wire around the brake line. So must have had it off at some point. Never cut it off. I'll have to fix that. So yeah, everything seems to be rolling pretty good. Yep, fire's going good. So yeah, I don't worry too much about the moisture. At least I haven't had a problem with it. Something to keep in mind. Yeah, you know, the propane does burn wet. It's pretty dry, especially with that wood stove, you know. With the pellet stove, it dries it out pretty well. So as long as you get the temperature up here a little bit in here and then shut it off, let the wood stove take the moisture out of here a little bit and move some air. Seems to be doing just fine. Never had a problem. I guess if I was doing finished body work or something and was painting $1 million paint job, but engine paint on a set of rusty old wheels, never a problem. And then how's everything with Mike? Is all good? Even though it's 11 degrees. And it is December, so I guess it's winter time. I don't know that I'm looking forward to winter, but I kind of like that spring and fall. Yeah, I see it on my walls with the propane. Oh, okay. I'll have to kind of look around and see if that's the case around here, but it stays pretty dry. You can kind of feel if it's wet or moisture, you know, so. And I usually idle that paint off the back of it to warm it up too. So I'll be painting here within probably about an hour from now. 8 inches of snow and minus 11 degrees. Holy smokes. Well, I have a snow plow, so I can handle the 8 inches of snow, but I don't think I have enough jackets for minus 11. I do have a face mask, so because I don't have a windshield on my side-by-side, which I actually prefer not having a windshield on it. I'm gonna move that light. Things drive me crazy. Get it around over here. There we go. Probably better. I need light, but not in my face. All right, there we go. Yeah, 11 inches of snow, that's quite a bit. So I'm hoping people are switching on here from live, because I noticed at the top of my phone, the Patriots are beating the Giants 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. Wow. Yeah, I got gear and equipment. You know, it makes it all the difference when you have gear and equipment. When I first moved here to Idaho, I lived up in the Sierra Nevadas at about 4,500 foot elevation, which is quite a bit up there. I mean, obviously Donner's like 8,000 or 9,000, but we got dumped on pretty heavily there at that elevation. And I had a snow plow and gloves and jackets and all that good stuff. So when I showed up here, first thing my neighbor said was, "Wow, that didn't take you long to get a snow plow." I've been plowing snow for years, so yeah, equipment definitely helps. Definitely helps. And you know, I actually like plowing snow. I enjoy the snow plowing part. I don't like it when it's getting too much, too deep and all that, but I enjoy the plowing part of it, especially when it's just, you know, 6-8 inches out there. I like plowing that kind of stuff. I like to plow when I don't have to plow, like, oh my gosh, gotta plow now. I like to clear it out like that. I find plowing the snow satisfactory. Shoveling it, yeah, not so much. I don't think anybody finds shoveling snow satisfactory. I wouldn't think anyways. So yeah, it's definitely starting to warm up in here. It don't take long with that freaking thing. That's a hell of a heater right there. I hate plowing. I like blowing it. I don't have the piles all over. You know, that is true with the plow. I lived at a place called Lake Almanor, and I had a snow blower on tracks. And I just lived in a kind of a neighborhood, but I didn't have any land for the most part. And it worked pretty good, but I still found I had quite a bit of snow piling up with the blower because it kind of blew it in the same spot every time. You know, I think best of both. I like plowing it. You know, I guess it's to each his own. It does put up piles. I have, you know, quite a bit of land out here, so I can push the piles out of the way. I don't have to worry too much about it. I got a couple tight spots where I have to work some piles away from it, but other than that, it's pretty simple for me, especially my road. My whole upper field's off to the left, so, and then I got the neighbors on the right. He's got nothing in his field, so when I hit those sides, it can go that way as much as it wants. And I start pretty wide, and I keep working my way in. I guess at some point I might get in trouble, you know, where it gets too deep here if it happens, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's true, huh? So, all fair, it's a different way to get to the same outcome. You know, it is, that's true. And I don't have a snowblower on a machine. It might change my mind a little bit. I know a couple of these guys run these skid steers, and they run these snow blowers on them. They seem to work pretty well. I think the best of both worlds, if I can afford it, to have both. It would be really good to, in certain areas, to be able to just blow that stuff right on out of here. It would be kind of cool. You know, they bring a grader up here to plow our road. So sometimes I get a pretty good sized berm out there, which a blower would be nice because I could just hook to the blower and send it away. You know, this way I got to kind of work the plow at it. But I'm used to it, so it's, you know, fairly simple for me since I'm used to it. I just know it's a lot better than a shovel. But, you know, shovels only can get walkways and sidewalks and that kind of stuff. I've seen they made some smaller ones. It would be nice to have. Maybe someday. Maybe when my YouTube channel blows up and I could be the snow blowing king of the world. Agreed. Yeah. So that's what we're into. Here we are, December. I haven't hooked the plow up to the side-by-side yet, but it's coming. It could come any day now. You know, we might look out and they say, oh, 80% chance of snow, and maybe an inch or two, and all of a sudden we have 2 feet out there. So just how it is. As you know, you live in that kind of area. Here today, not here today, and a lot tomorrow. Or the time you think you're going to get 9, you get a ton. Well, I've had about enough of Mr. Heater in here. It's already starting to put out some heat. Well, I'm going to shut that one down. Enough of that. And then I'll blow the fan around. We'll move some air around here. But yeah, it's putting out good heat. That's why I put these brake calipers up here. Some other piece of metal off this pipe. Radiates quite a bit more heat. Just to get it to put more heat out of here. So, yeah, North Dakota. Little Siberia. I think you get quite a bit more weather than we get. I've never been to North Dakota, but you know, we're in north central Idaho. So right about the line, Oregon, Washington, and Idaho come together. That's the not elevation, but how far up I think we're just under the 46 parallel. So we're pretty far up north. They call it North Central. Some people just call it North Idaho. We're a little less than like Coeur d'Alene. You know, that would be North Idaho. We do, it's like frozen tundra. Yeah, we don't have that, especially here on the prairie. You know, I heard a lot of people talk about the wind and the snow and all that in the prairie, and so far it hasn't been real devastating to us. You know, we've only been here 4 years, so it's not like we've been here forever. We don't, have a full grasp of it. 4 years is kind of a blink, but so far it's not been what the Sierra Nevadas are. Yeah, I'm under, the 49th. Yeah, so you're quite a bit farther. Yeah, so we're, I think, right at 46 parallel. So yeah, you're quite a bit farther now. More north you go. And then you're off that west coast. We're still getting west coast influence. And it's funny, if you drop down into Lewiston, Idaho, which is just 40 miles north of here, they don't get the snow we get, and they don't get the weather, but they're like 700-800 feet. Real low elevation right on that Snake River and Clearwater River. So they don't get that kind of snow. They get a lot of hot weather, though. It's easily in the hundreds in the summertime. It's definitely better weather down there. And that's kind of where old Lewis and Clark come down the Clearwater when they left Montana. They went through Lewiston and Clarkston, Washington there. They got statues and things all over that area. I don't really know a lot of the history of it other than what we've kind of all learned in general history. But that's where they came through, right through there. And the weather is pretty good down there. People don't want me to say it. When I say that Idaho and has good weather, they say all the time, you mean Iowa? Yeah, that's right, Iowa. I do have something sitting right here, though. So I don't know if my buddy Marvin is out there, but look what he sent me. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do with them yet, but I collect stickers and patches. And here is a sticker, which I said a patch on the video, but I meant sticker. That's kind of cool. And then, let me just open it, because these are really cool. I have a lot of cool patches. Another neat sticker. That's kind of cool. Oh, 1,400 feet, we get dry, frigid, cold. Months of minus 40 to 50, wow. Yeah, I haven't experienced that. The lowest I experienced was, we were in the 20 below back in 1990, 91-ish, in the Sierra Nevadas there, in Susanville. It was 20 below for 2 weeks. I thought, I can't do this. But that was a pretty freak thing, so. Let's see, my son just bought an old 10-cylinder truck. It came with a snowplow bigger than the truck. Now that's cool. I know my neighbor's son has one of those big V things he just bought last year. He didn't get to use it much, he said, last year. So hopefully this year he gets to use, well, hopefully not. But hopefully he gets to use it for his sake. He bought one of them things. So yeah, that's pretty cool, big old truck like that. And this one says, remove before from Aeroflight. That's a pretty cool deal. And then another sticker here, HRC Fire. And it says established in 1970. That's really cool. But let me get to the good stuff. Not that the other stuff wasn't good. Oh, here's a sticker too. Look at this sticker. This is a really cool one. Q400, that's a sticker. But check these three out. These are patches. RJ85. Hope that shows up. Let me look at my phone. Oh yeah, they're showing up. They're cool. That is a cool patch. And then Q400. I'm gonna have to look these up. I'm gonna have to chat GPT that. What the numbers exactly mean. Yeah, the Q400. So it's -8400 air tanker. That's what that is. And that is a wicked patch. That is really cool. And I appreciate that, Marvin. I really appreciate that. I love these things. And this one just says air tanker, RJ85. So yeah, those are cool. Like I said, I have a collection of patches over here somewhere. I pulled them out of my wagon when I sold it. I couldn't pull the stickers off, obviously. But now I have all the patches back again that I've collected since I was a kid. I have patches back. I have Little League patches when I was a little leaguer, like 9, 10 years old. And then I've collected a bunch of patches since then. I'm just kind of into the patches. I really like the patches and stickers. So I'm going to have to figure out a more permanent place for my patches. The patches are easy because you put Velcro on the back of them. They stick to the carpet. So they can come back off. But the stickers, once you put them on, you're kind of stuck with them. I'm thinking about old Willie Bob, the Jeep over there on the tailgate of that, putting the stickers there. I think that would be a good spot for them because that thing's never going to be sold. It's a hand-me-down deal, and it's going to be a hand-me-down again. I'm just getting it running, getting it going. And as soon as this drink truck that we're on right now here, as soon as it gets going, that's going to be the next. That's going to be next. Put tires on it, get it going. Shouldn't take much to get it running. I got the engine turned over. I got some of the paint buffed out. I put new bump stops on for the window. I want to get the seat done. I got a few little things to do, but I got to pull that gas tank, make sure the fuel lines are good. I have to change the oil, and I saw it had a water leak on the water pump, which reminds me I need to get that thing drained out, make sure there's coolant in it or not, because this summer I just put water in it, so I'm going to have to do that. The shop's warm enough right now, but here in another month it won't be. So in the next few days, I'm going to drop the water on that. And then, yeah, that'll be a great project. So hopefully it starts warming up in here. Still feeling kind of cool. Trying to move some air around. Let's get this fan right over it. There we go. Yeah, it's a little low on pellet there, so we'll have to take care of that. Sometimes it does that. Sometimes you got to add a little bit to get it to go. And that's why it's not pumping out the heat like normal. So we just add a little bit to it, call her good. That'll get her done. The other thing I've been working on is these caps. So check out these caps. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but they were really dingy, and they cleaned up good. They cleaned up really good. So I have it on my channel, me cleaning it up. One of my latest video, I think it'll be out tomorrow, will show me cleaning these. And then I showed me cleaning them last week. I might have some shorts, but they were gold. They looked terrible. But they turned out good now. I noticed I got a little dent in this one, which while I'm kind of sitting here, I might have to fix it. But look at this. So this truck I'm working on that the camera's sitting on is a 1966 F100. It's going to be a drink truck. We're going to put some door iron on it. We're going to put taps in the back of it. And then in Idaho, when you register a truck, they only give you one plate for vintage antique type trucks, cars and trucks. You know, under a couple thousand miles a year, whatever the stipulation, not much, nothing this thing's going to do. So you don't get a front license plate. So I had one made at your local Amazon, and I had it match the rear plate, the white ones. It's called Chug. So the drink company we have we're putting together is called Chug Drink Company. And so I did the Idaho, I did the white like the antique plates are. 2025 is when it was established. And then instead of famous potatoes, I put famous drinks. I thought that was kind of clever. And it'll go on the front, it'll match the back. The back just has a number on it. It says antique, or I don't know what it says. It says, it says classic. So the back says classic. But the other Idaho plates say I don't see one on that wall. I think they're over there. They say famous potatoes. So this is going to say chug drinks. When I got the little bolts over there, I got to put it on. I think that'll be really cool. I'm not going to do it right this minute though. Well, that's where that is with that. Like I said, I got the truck up on jack stands and jacks and everything. I got the camera up on the hood here. Yeah, we're just going to wait for the shop to warm up. Anybody else have any other questions or anything else going on out there? Looks like that game's 17-7. Oh, the Giants are going to come back. But yeah, these patches are really slick. Really, really, really slick. And Marvin, if you're out there, thanks again. Pretty ecstatic about them. As you well know, I really like these things. When I keep looking over there, it's my phone trying to make sure there's nobody slides in on the chat. Go put these over here. I know my other patches are here in a bag. But where are they at exactly? Oh, they're probably under here. Oh, there they are. Yeah, I'll put them in here. So when I mean I have other patches, I mean I have other patches. I have quite the collection. And I have some stickers too that never made it on anything. So that's kind of cool in that bag. Those are stickers in there. When I mean I have them, I have stacks of them. So, oh, that's an interesting one. Automotive Service Educational Program. That's from GM. That's when I got my scholarship. Ended up with my 8A degree that's sitting over there on the wall. I should put it in the bathrooms, but got Illinois Department of Corrections, huh? Serving justice, serving Illinois' corrections. That's cool. What other ones do I got here that are interesting? Oh, and I told you I've been collecting them forever. The Astros, look at that. The Astros and the Pirates. So I got two of those. There's the Astros. And there's the Pirates. That was on the Pirates. And I got quite a few of them in here. Oh, Virginia City, there we go. Gold mining in Virginia City. Like I said, there's some cool ones in here. Oh, look at the old GM one I had. This one was cool. This God Dog, he has packages and things for dogs. They're like packs that they wear on. So, Black Rifle Coffee Company. So the list goes on. Oh, here's one. How about UPS? There you go. I definitely know where that came from. Oh, here we go. This is the good one here. Who doesn't love this? Comp cams. So yeah, quite a bit. Anyways, I can go on and on for days on that thing. There is quite a bit of them in there, that's for sure. I don't know if we have any other questions going on here, but it's feeling pretty warm in here right now. I might do some painting. So how I prep it is, I get the good stuff, the brake clean. And I just give her a little squirt. I said not too technical. Get that away. It says non-flammable, or I don't even know if it's flammable. Yeah, it says non-flammable, but I ain't putting it over by the stove, just in case. And then I get me some tape. Tape that bad boy off. Get a clean towel. I know I should be using a microfiber, all that good stuff, but I'm telling you, it doesn't matter on this thing. They will last forever. Yeah, that wheel's nice and warm here. And then I just tape up that valve stem. I'm not going to put new ones in it. They look like they're in great shape. But the brake clean takes any of the oils off, any of the real grime. I just kind of wipe it, make sure there's no extra puddles or anything. I've already scratched it up with the steel wool and SOS pad, so it'll stick. That's how we're going to do it. Well, that one is ready to go. I got the other wheel over here. I'll have to get another milk crate for it. Milk crate does a body good. And if you know, I love milk crates. Don't know why, I just like them. They work good. We'll get the other one over here. I'll be at a camera view for a minute. We got any other questions here? Nope. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it down in the comments. And we'll get to them and see if we're on the same page. So I'm over here at the tire machine where I drop the tires off. I got to get these things painted tonight. I want to get the tires on there tomorrow, which shouldn't be a problem. As long as the paint sticks good and looks good, I'll be good to go. Which I think it'll stick good. Shop be nice and warm. Should be fine. At least that's the plan anyways. There we go. All cleaned up. Again, a little brake clean if you're following along at home. That one's got a little grime on it here. I'll have to hose that a little bit better. Don't want that on there. This brake clean will loosen up all that grease. You just let it dry on here. Take any of the grease out here that you missed on sanding and cleaning, because it will miss. All right. Get that bad boy over here. We'll warm that thing up. We'll let that thing warm for a minute. Yeah, that cleaned up my tire machine was nice and dirty. But yeah, looking good. Get that nice and cleaned off. Also remember, the center part's covered with the cap. Well, not the end of the world there, because you're never going to see it. Not that you want it all runny and nasty looking or anything like that, but you will not see it. So I definitely want this outer rim to look good. Make sure there's no brake clean settling in here. It'll take a little bit dry here and warm up. And there we go. We will let that roll for a little while here. We'll give her a shot of that good stuff. Not too hot. Well, there we go. We have any other questions or anything else going on? So it looks like I gotta give myself a heart, some smiley faces, some surprise stuff like, ooh, look at that. Some 100%. I don't know if that does or helps anything, but it's kind of where we're at on this. Hopefully my bride's in there watching right now. We'll see. Again, we're just painting some wheels out here. Oh, I got some smiley faces. I guess she's watching. All right, that's good. I'm standing in front of the wheels. Let me move out of the front of the wheels here. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to let it warm up here a little bit longer. I might just fire up that, oh yeah, there we go, we're moving. It's funny, my phone's behind the live version of it. So I might fire up that propane heater again and get a little bit, feels like it's cooling off a hair a little bit. So we'll keep hitting it. So what motor is in your truck? So the truck that we're talking about here, this blue Ford, it has a 351M with a C6 behind it. It's basically a stock truck, except at some point they put a 351M in it. I don't have all the details on it. John, the guy I bought it from, he's the grandson of the original owner. Him and his dad, it's been in their family since like 69. It's only the second owner truck if you consider the family. So I looked it up. The original owner bought it in 1966 in it's Spokane, Washington. I don't remember the name of the Ford dealer offhand. It's still in business to this day. But they bought the truck there. He traded it back in. John's grandfather bought it in 69, and John told me that he was a carpenter. Had Grandpa's truck forever. Grandpa passed away. Dad got it. Dad had it for a while. Brother-in-law had it for a minute. Kind of went back and forth. And then John picked it up. And I just don't think he was going to restore it, if I follow it correctly. And John, if you're watching, go ahead and, correct me. But I just don't think he wanted to see it go to waste. And so I picked it up and brought it home. We're going to we're turning it into a drink truck. And let's see. I have a 65 F100. I'm putting in a 460 in it. That's cool. That's really cool. So yeah, I have quite a few vehicles. I have a 60 Chevy truck with a 283 in it that's already built into a drink truck. It has the taps on the one side of it. It's got an awning that comes out of it. It's a C30. It's a 1-ton dually. And it's red. I refinished the paint with a buffing wheel and some Meguiar's number 1, number 2, number 6, and some butter wax on it. It's been a repaint, but it's repainted the same color. What else do I have? I have the Divco out there. I have a 56 Safari. I do have my 55 Chevy in the garage. So I have a really nice 55 Chevy that was my dad's. And then I have Willie Bob the Jeep. In fact, I'll show you. Want to see? Want to see? Let me show you. All right, so I will stand behind it so now I can watch. All right, so here we go. 1960. 1966 F100 long bed, which is what I preferred. I know everybody wants short beds, and I'm a short bed guy in some ways, but for what I wanted for this, I searched for a long bed. I wanted original paint, which that's about as original as it gets. So I'm going to buff it all up. It does have one little spot of rust right there, and a little bit on the frame, but nothing that's not on the frame rails, just on one of the supports. But other than that, pretty rust-free. I already did the back tires and wheels, so that's what they look like now. Getting ready to do the other two fronts. So I went back to the 215 on there. We're going to take stuff to the dump. There's a little bit of bubble rust right here. And then I've already cleaned this rail off. So it had a camper shell on it. So I cleaned that rail. I'm getting ready to clean this rail. Hopefully I get to it. That's what it looks like on this side. Again, almost rust-free. This fender's great. It doesn't have any rust at all on it. Interior doesn't have any rust or any drama. It just needs to be cleaned up. Original mat, he put a Mustang floor shifter in it. And he put a AudioVox stereo. All the gauges work. So yeah, that's it there. Door shuts nice. It's a drum brake car. I got boxes and stuff, oil on the hood, and it's under on the jack stands and the jack, so I'm not going to open the hood, but yeah, that's that. Here's old Willie Bob. So that's next. Got the paint, working on the paint. I got to get tires for it. Those tires those are off the Ford. Then there's a Safari back here. Sorry about the light. That's a very rare car, 1956 Pontiac Safari. But I sold my old wagon for it. Bought this back. Been kind of kicking myself on selling my wagon. And I knew I'd kick myself. I said it when I did it. But I knew what I was doing. Yeah, it's got original seats and interior and stuff in it. All the original chrome is in here. The fold-down seats underneath there and still in good shape. It's crazy how the upholstery is. It's got that little split there. And we got the soap there to keep any mice out, which we don't have any mice, but just in case. I mean, it's just not all beat down. You know, it's not rusty at all. Has little surface stuff, but that's just from where they were going to repaint it. But yeah, that's a clean car. I got the wheels for it. I got a LS for it. Well, that's sitting here. I got the 4L60 over there. And then outside I got the Divco. But Willie Bob's got to go next. That's the one right there. I said I've been working on it. Just kind of a slow go, but seats got to come out. All the stuff seems to work. I redid these. These were all rotten, so I put new ones on and rebolted them all. Turned out good. The thing is real shiny and in good shape. The paint's turned out. It's got some marks and things. It was used. Very well used. It was a fun vehicle back in the days. First vehicle I ever drove. So, very cool. Gonna get those wheels cleaned up and put 31s back on it. Like I said, got to pull the gas tank out, clean that out, clean the fuel system, and change the oil and the fluids, and away it's gonna go. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah, that truck is in good shape. It is in good shape. It's in really good shape. It's not beat down at all. It's very stock. Even the motor they put in it. They put, like I said, that 351M in there. And if you didn't know it, you'd think it's stock. It's just got the aluminum air cleaner on it. Looks like it's a 78 or 9. That's as close as I've come to the numbers on it. It was 78 or 79 in a full-size truck. So it's a truck motor, runs good. I haven't even dug into it. Fired it up, drove it to town a few times. Gonna get the tires on it. It does need some brakes. I'm not putting brakes on it right now. This thing has a job here next week. We're gonna put a big sign on the back of it. It's for a Christmas event where Santa Claus is gonna be. And it's gonna have an arrow pointing in it. You know, the truck's gonna, attract attention. I got my Meguiar's number 6. So wheels are painted tonight, get the tires on it, get the oil changed, and hopefully I can get this thing buffed and waxed. We'll see if that happens. Doesn't need to happen, but I would like it to be really presentable as an old truck like this. Yeah, very clean, never been painted. Just a cool, cool truck. You have some cool cars there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't show you some of the cool ones, like the Divco out there or the 55 Chevy. You know, the 55 is done. If you look at my channel, you'll see the 55 is a done car. It's got a ripping small block in it. The Divco is anything but done, but I don't know if you know what Divcos are. It's a cool one. It's a 47 Divco with the slope back. It's a really cool car. I traded a 52 Chevy original paint car for it, and to a buddy of mine, Chris. And I can't have them all. I'm running out of spots here, so my new truck's parked outside because I don't even have room to get the 55 back in here, so it's in the garage over there. I'm hoping to move that here in the next few days back here once the truck's running again. And then I'll have enough room again. But yeah, I enjoy cars. I wanted a couple of them, so that's why I sold my wagon. A gentleman out of, I believe, Texas, he bought the wagon. I just messaged him all day today again about it. And he's having it shipped out, and I'm glad to see it go into some guy that really is interested in it and really wants it. You can see it on my channel. It was a pretty popular car, won a bunch of trophies with it. But it funded all these other projects. And that car had already I've done everything in it, won a bunch of stuff in it, traveled in it, did a bunch of things in it, a lot of memories in it. It was hard to sell, but it was kind of the odd man out if I wanted to do more. Like get the Jeep running, like get the Safari. So I owned the Safari before. It's kind of what brought this up. Back in, I want to say 2010, 11, somewhere in there. 9, 10, I don't know, somewhere in 2000 and something. I had the Safari, picked it up for a song, was going to do it, didn't have a garage at the time, in between one house and another, and it didn't have a garage. And I was like, I had it tarped up, and it was just kind of a mess. And so I decided to sell it, because they're very, very valuable. I don't know if you know about Safaris or not. Very valuable. So the guy called me up and says, hey, I'm going to sell the Safari. You interested? I haven't done anything to it since I bought it from you. And I said, I'll take it. And so I bought it back for the same price that I sold it to him for. It's actually $1,000 more, but that's what he cost him to come get it and tag it and all that. So basically I bought it for $1,000 back from what I originally sold it to him for. And I didn't pay much for it to start. To say the very least, I didn't pay much for it. So I'm into it really well. It is a cool car. It's the one I really wanted. I wanted the Nomad or the Safari. I love the slanted windows and all that. I kind of settled for the wagon. I don't know that I settled for it, but it just wasn't a Safari or a Nomad. It doesn't mean I didn't love it. In some ways I liked it better because it wasn't a Safari or a Nomad. So kind of a weird thing, but that is what it is. So let's see, I just came across your channel. I subbed you and I am enjoying your live. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that. I haven't done a live in a long time. I didn't really give up on the lives. I've just been busy doing content and my channel stuff and living life. And so the lives are actually kind of difficult in some ways because you get here talking and you stop working. And with the videos, I can set up the camera, see a spot I need to film, I'll film it, or get my bride out here, she'll film it. I'll go back to what I'm doing. The live, when it's on, I could just be live and just go over working, but I don't think that's the way to do it. And, lives really help my channel. They really give me clicks like you. You come across them, you're doing who knows what tonight. You see it on a live, you saw the truck or something, click on it. That's why I did it. It's a good time to interact. I always interact with people on channels. I don't know if you have a channel, but if you do, leave a comment. Because I can't see these once I click off. I don't know why I can't see the comments. But on another video, say you saw it live, and I'll go look at your channel and, like and subscribe and do the same thing. If you have a channel. If you don't, that's cool too. But again, I really appreciate it. It really helps my channel. It's kind of blown up on me. It's grown really fast. And it's because people watch it. And I try to listen to what people have to say. Like WTF Mike, he was the one that got me over the top. He was here the night we were doing a live, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. He was the one put it out to all his friends, along with Tulu, and there's a bunch of them. It would take me 15 minutes to list them all. They were all watching my lives, and we said, we'll chug a beer if we get over 1,000. And they were putting this thing out to everybody. And I always got a real, spot in my heart about that with old WTF Mike, because he was one of the players that night, and it was exciting. My first goal was to get to 1,000, because that's where you get paid. Because I already had the watch hours, I needed the subscribers, and it was just a goal of mine. I'm not killing it. If people think, oh, you get paid on YouTube, good luck buying a soda. So it isn't paid a bunch, but I'm grateful for every nickel they send me. It's great, because I'm already at my shop anyways. So Mike was the one that helped it. That was awesome. I'll never forget that night. That was a fun night. My son was here. My wife was out here in the shop, and we were so close for a few days, and that put me over. So, yep, I'm on YouTube, but I haven't done any lives yet. I've done a lot of lives. I was doing a lot of lives early on, because that catches a lot of people just kind of breezing through that don't necessarily see your channel. They're just watching the football game, and they're flipping through. That's why I did it on Monday night. It was two teams I didn't care about. I'd care less who wins. It's 27-7. So I really could care less who wins. And I know how I watch football sometimes. It's not my team. A lot of times I'm on my phone while I'm watching football, and I'm seeing what's out there. And if I catch a live, I'll go to it, see if it's, the kind of cars and the kind of things I'm into. And so that's why I was doing them all the time. Yep, I'm on YouTube, but I haven't, okay, yeah, I already got that. So yeah, you can try live. It's easy. You just turn it on and start talking. It's a little weird because you're just hoping somebody's out there you're talking to. I don't know what it is. I did a live one time, and I think it was my first or second live we ever did. I had 14,000 people out there watching. I didn't know it when I was talking. And then my bride is like, oh my God, because she was watching the comments. And it was early on, I didn't know how to do it all at the same time. I had to crap my pants down. There was 14,000 people watching. We were barbecuing out here in the shop. We were barbecuing burgers. And I knew there was quite a few, because the comments were just like one after another, after another, after another. It was just hammering them. And it was shocking. I've had quite a few lives that have been big like that. Some are like tonight. They're not huge by no means. It's a Monday night, not real popular for lives, but I figured I'm out here trying to heat the wheels up. Might as well turn it on live. In fact, make sure my fire's still going. Oh yeah, it's ripping. It's ripping a little more than normal. So, figured I'd turn it on. People might like watching me paint. Who knows? Who knows how it goes like this to these lives, but some are really good, some aren't good. Always catch somebody, that's what it's about. And then, I'll look at your channel, like your content, it'll give me something else to watch, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. I like car stuff. You got what'd you say it was, a 64.5? What was it? 65, F100. Now, is it a long bed, a short bed? What's the details on that? Well, now I'll go look at your channel. I'll know the details if I just go look. So I'm gonna put a little coat on here. So what I do is just a skim coat if you guys are following along. And just so it doesn't run. Just so it stays sticky, doesn't run. That's it. Not much more than that. Just kind of try to hit it all, just with a real light coat so it's still transparent. It's kind of the idea. Nothing heavy so it doesn't run on you. Just a little burst, nice even strokes. We're just trying to get it sticky. Now in the flat spots, if you want to lay it on a little bit more, it's not a big deal, it ain't gonna run anywhere, but anything on an edge, you don't want it to run. Like that's a little bare metal there. But this is engine paint. But that's it, one done. And what I do is I take this handy dandy Hercules light from your local Harbor Freight, and then I look at it. Make sure there's no major thingies. Yep, there we go, that one looks good. And then we hit the next one, getting kind of low. But this is, like I said earlier on, this is engine paint. It's a duplicate color, it's 500 degree, it's enamel with ceramic. I don't even know what that stuff is. I really don't know what enamel is, and I know what ceramic is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't really know. It's some kind of chemist stuff. But what I do know, it sticks like freaking glue. It sticks really, really well. And again, just a nice light coat to start with. Don't open the door on the wood stove because it's flammable. Just kind of work it around. Remember, nothing heavy. We're going to let it frickin' set up. Get a little sticky on here. And then we will just keep painting it over and over again tonight. And then we'll put the tires on it. It'll look spectacular. Just this inner ledge here I'm trying to hit. Well, that's the trick. No runs, no drips, no airs. Just kind of work your way around, make sure you kind of hit everything real light. Make sure you see it all. So that's it. Coat one is done. And I'll wait about 15 minutes or so and let it put another coat on it. I'll put a few coats on there. My truck is a long bed. I need to do some update videos on it. Okay, cool. Well, I'll have to take a look at it when I get done here at the live tonight. I will make sure and take a look. And is it under Terry Grover 6440? I will write that down. Let's see here. Of course, I have no paper. Any paper. Any paper. You think I can find any paper? How about just a little piece of cardboard? Really? Nada. Found it. Kind of paper. I don't even know why these are here. But I found something to write on. So it is T E R R Y G R O V-E-R 6440 440. There we go, all done. My buddy Chris picked up this pin for me. And it works darn good. It works better than the Sharpie. And it's a Milwaukee Inkzol. I'm not sponsored by them, but I love them. They work really good. So if you get a chance, buy yourself one. Get you some. Uh-oh. The Giants 7, the Patriots 30. Dang, that's a blowout. That is a blowout. Yeah, while I'm waiting here, I have a little dent here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but right where my finger is, right there, there's a little dent. Well, I'm going to show you. I don't know if I can show you on camera. I can drag some stuff over, but there's a way to tap it out. Oh yeah, you can see it. Yep, little dent right there, right above my finger. And my finger's in it, and it's above it, so there you go. So you take a little punch on a rag. Let me slide this on over. Let me get some things moved around here. So while we're waiting, more crap. I said this isn't going to be finished body work, but it will do the trick. And I have some punches over here. Figure about the right size. That should do it right there. And they do it with sandbags, or it's better with sandbags. I don't have any that, my sandbags went bad. I got out and got wet and come apart, and so no more sandbags, but you can do it with a rag. Put a couple rags down, like so. Pile them up, nice and firm. Like I said, this is for 20 feet. You know, they call it 10 footers. These are for 20 footers. So a little ball peen hammer. A little ball peen hammer. A little punch. Like so. Just right on that dent. And then just give her a tappy tap. Almost gone. Wow, that did pretty good. Get a little more padding here. You just tap it down. Let's go a little bit more. Remember, feel it with your fingers and your hands. Ooh, that's nice. There's a little spot on the edge. So we'll give it a little turn. I can feel it right there. We'll get it turned to where you need to turn it. Oh, try on that. There we go. Oh, look at that. And if you look, I'm just barely tapping it. All right. Woo! All right, I don't know if you could see it before, but it's now fixed. Right there, that's where the dent was. It's not dented no more. I mean, it looks good. Didn't mess up the what paint is left there of it. So this was all real rusty before. But yeah, it's now nice and square. Turned out great. Yeah, I really can't feel it. There's a little outie on the one part of it. It's there. It's barely there. I don't know if I want to do the outside of it. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a, I'll try a little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. Oh yeah. Yep, I was able to do it. So these things are pretty flimsy. They're not real sturdy. I mean, they're tin. But that looks, look at that. Looking good. So that'll look good on that. These things are really gold. If you look at my channel, I think a video comes out tomorrow of me doing that. You got the same thing as I do to ride on. That's funny. That's a great pin. And I mean, who doesn't like Dixie plates? I mean, targets for the BB gun, whatever you want. They work good. And then I can remember when I go and I'm like, hey, because I'll shut it off. I'll finish working around here and then I'll go, hey, I forgot. Yeah, and then I'll remember. And I got my chug plate. So I'm going to have to get that on there. I got the bolts here somewhere. So we'll get that on the front here and we will go from there. Is any other questions out there? So I think I'm going to put another coat on now. So you just look at it, put your light on it, make sure it's dry or tacky and not wet at all. Looking good. So remember, if you're on this side of it, you can hit about halfway. Get all the edges from this side. Yep, underneath here. Because remember how the paint's flowing, it's going, you know, this way. I'm getting low on this can. I'm gonna have to open up a new can. Open up a can. Yeah, this can's not long for the world. Put it in the center. That's it. It's done. Okay, so we're looking good here on this angle. I go a quarter around, hit all the edges again. This way you don't miss anything. I try to do halfway around it again on these back sides. Get that quarter around. Make sure that rim, because that's where you're going to see it, on that rim. And hit this. So it looks good. Remember, you're not going to see this center part. because it's covered by the cap. I like the way that laid down. Come over here to this one. Halfway around. Get all the edges and all the angles from all the sides. You're going to get good coverage that way. We already put a good coat on it. It's nice and warm in here. These things up against the wood stove or the pellet stove are nice and warm. Can's been sitting on it. They're warmed up. It's the best we can do for this time of year. I said I wouldn't do finished body work this way, but use engine paint and you'll be surprised. And just don't glob it in one spot. Just keep it moving. I said it sticks pretty well. Let's get inside there, just for good measures. Make sure we hit the back, front. Oop, see a spot here. There we go. Then we're going to see that rim, so just get that rim again real good. All the way around. All right. One little spot over there. Looks good. Looking good in the neighborhood. All right, I don't know if we have any other comments or questions, but if we do, go ahead and put them down there. We'll do the heart thing again, the smiley thing again. I don't even know what the snow cone thing is, the wide eyes, the 100%. I don't know if it helps or not. But that's it. So the tires turned out, wheels turned out good. I'll show you a good look at them. I am going to hit them one more coat. Yeah, they look good. As you can well see, I think we'll be okay. And again, they're going to look like this. There's my fancy tire machine. There's how it looks. Those caps were really gold. Go look at the rest of my videos and it'll show you all that. And that's what we were working on here today in the Jimmy James garage. Oh, let me show you one more thing. One more thing. So here's one thing here. Check this out. So Meguiar's, who I love, they sell this cleaner wax, number 6. They also sell like 1, 2, 3, depending on what level you're at. Number 6, Meguiar's. It's my go-to, especially on patina. It takes that gold haze off. God, this stuff works dynamite. It's in this brown bottle, been like this. I can't tell you how long it's been like this. 25 years, maybe longer. I don't know, it's been a long time. They sell it at your local Harbor Freight. Still get it pretty good, pretty cheap. I went to another retailer. I'm not going to mention it, but they're kind of like wine country. They want 25 bucks. I used to buy this thing for like $4 or $5. And then last one I bought at Harbor Freight was like 12 bucks. Can't get this anymore. You can, but they've changed it. Now, I'm going to tell you if it works the same or not, but look at this. It's in some funky bottle. It shows it on Amazon, because your local Amazon, you can buy it like this. Looks just like this, 14 bucks. Okay? $11 cheaper than your local wine country. So I bought this. And it shows up and it's some black bottle, M06. I don't see no M06 on this. All I see is number 6. Number 6. Now it's M06. It was sold as this. This showed up. So I don't know what they got going on. We're going to see if it works as good as the other stuff. Hopefully it does. I don't know. It may not. Who knows? But it says cleaner wax on it. It doesn't say mirror glaze on it anymore. It does say professional. I'm not a professional anymore. This says professional also. Let's see, it has more stuff. Hand, DA polisher, or rotary. That's how you can apply it. Pad, the polishing pad. What else? It's kind of dark in here at this spot. Hot Body Shop Safe. Hot Body Shop. And then it has a bunch of BS on the back. Removes light swirls, minor oxidation, and mild defects. Okay, this one says hand, DA polisher, rotary. And it says removes light swirls, minor oxidation, and minor defects. So it says the same thing. Hopefully it's the same. We'll see. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I got to get it on this because I do have some gold spots here that need to go. And you'll be shocked to use this stuff. It works pretty good. I have a little DA polisher over there I use it on. That's how I do it. That's how I get her done. So that's where we're at. Hope you like the wheels. Hope you like the whole thing. It's still 7-30. Giants are getting smoked by the Patriots. Maybe that's why we don't have 10,000 viewers. Everybody's watching that riveting of the football game. Doesn't look like it's very riveting at 30-7. If you have any other questions, let me know. You can message me. Thanks again for the like and the subscribe there. I appreciate it there. Terry Grover 6440. I'm going to look you up and do the same thing back at you. Can't wait to see your truck. I hope it's on their videos. Again, I appreciate everybody. Thanks for the likes and the subscribe. Just go ahead right now and do the subscribe thing. Like I said, it's free to you. It really helps us out on this YouTube, guys. It's a big thing. That's why everybody asks for it. They kind of beg for it. And if you don't like what you see and you don't want to do it, don't do it. You know, it isn't really any major thing to me, except I would appreciate it. It's a major thing if you want to be there. Let's just put it that way, because I do appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, and my channel is very interactive, as you guys well know, and I appreciate that. It's kind of why I did YouTube. I did it, got a bunch of comments, and it's kind of a new era. You know, I'm used to going to car shows and BSing with guys and learning from people of, hey, do it this way, hey, do it that way, hey, don't do it. And I hope you guys get something out of my stuff. I mean, I don't know too many people that paint wheels on a 66 Ford with engine paint when it's 30 degrees out and snow on the ground in a big shop. Don't think that happens very often. And it will stick. It will not peel off or flake. Hopefully. No, it won't. It does. It hasn't before. This is my first time of doing this. So, again, I appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes and all that good stuff tonight. Hope you guys have a great night. And again, we're signing off, so go ahead and hit that button. It'll really, really help. And one last look at the Jimmy James garage. There it is. There's Willie Bob. That thing is freaking cool. So, 1953 high hood. All right, and a bright light. All right, well, we are signing off. Hurry up. Hit the subscribe button. Bye. Bye.